I want to take a quick second to say kudos to you, Summit Racing, for all of your paying attention to your customers lately. First off, for the fact that you saw that I had posted a video from your parking lot. Even though I did not tag you in it, you still responded back to me and put a comment on my video, so major thanks to you. And this is a small channel that doesn't mean anything. The fact that you guys pay that much of attention is awesome. Thank you so much. Two, and the biggest thing is, if you haven't paid attention to this whole Speedmaster debacle, Summit Racing is absolutely on top of it. What ended up happening was somebody bought a valve body for a transmission through Summit Racing, through Speedmaster, and ended up having a warranty claim on it because it was bad. So they contacted Broader, because it said Broader CNC'd on the valve body itself, and sent that valve body into Broader in their Speedmaster box that they bought from Summit. Well, Broader doesn't sell their products through Summit Racing. So they got in touch, and Summit Racing investigated the product, found several more of those in their inventory that were Broader labeled valve bodies that are clearly knockoff products in Speedmaster boxes, and yanked all of their product, every single thing that Speedmaster sells, out of their inventory. No longer sellable through Summit Racing. And not only that, are they not returning the product back to Speedmaster, they're destroying it so that nobody else can get it. That's huge. And as far as just a minute ago when I was checking on Jegs' website, Jegs has done the same thing. They have both pulled every single thing that Speedmaster sells from their inventory. You cannot buy anything from Speedmaster through either Jegs or Summit, which are, I don't think you could argue, the two largest aftermarket parts suppliers that there are in this country. And that is absolutely awesome. I have to say, major kudos to you guys. As somebody who works in an automotive shop, subpar product and subpar parts are a daily frustration. Even when you do your best and you're trying to buy good quality product, getting something that is subpar, that is a knockoff, that is made in God only knows where by God only knows who, is a gigantic pain in the neck. We often say here, do it right, do it once. Well, that also relies on the fact that you're going to get the right product. If you're trying to get the right product and you get a bad product, you're going to do it over again, and you may do it over again. You may have a parts failure. You may have a parts failure that causes an even more expensive and bigger failure. And the fact that retailers like Summit and Jegs would recognize this and step up and block their ability to sell anything from Speedmaster. And Speedmaster makes all kinds of things, from blocks to valve bodies to intakes, to, you name it. They make serpentine kits, they make all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, are they? Is there some kind of really crazy mix-up about how that Broader Performance bunch of valve bodies ended up in a Summit or in a Speedmaster box? I don't know. They talk about the fact that a lot of their stuff is made in-house, or most of their stuff is made in-house. Maybe where they're getting their valve bodies CNC made is the same people that make Broader, but I don't think so. It's a major thing, man. This is a huge moment. And I gotta say, guys, I am incredibly impressed. Now, here's the thing. All of us want to build our cars on a budget, right? We do. We want to build our race cars on a budget. Most of us don't have just money falling out of our ears, and we can't just... It's a little windy out here. Hold on. I'm going to get in my car. By the way, look at this. 1968 Pontiac LeMans. Yeah. It moved from over there into the shop and then over here under its own power. How about them apples? If you didn't watch yesterday's video, give it a watch. It's pretty good, if I do say so myself. Oh yeah, that's much better. But being able to buy parts cheap has been a portion of what has driven the racing industry to where it is now. As somebody that's been in the parts world for a long time, there's a phrase called race to the bottom, where everybody's cutting each other's throats to be able to get that sale. So they're dropping the price, they're dropping the price, they're dropping the price. They're cutting costs, they're cutting corners to be able to get that sale. It also could end up being stealing product and stealing IP. Intellectual property, if you don't understand what that means. But essentially stealing somebody else's hard work and somebody else's design work. So I'm not saying that that's what happened here, but it certainly looks that way. And there is something to be said for the amount of money that small businesses especially lose because somebody else steals their idea and replicates their tech and their designs. And I would say that there's a good chance that this is exactly what happened here. And somehow it just got caught. And the fact that the aftermarket parts industry is willing to step up and make a huge shot at somebody like this. I mean, Speedmaster is a big company. A big company. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. So I just wanted to put a video out there saying thank you very much to Summit Racing for being major stand-up on this, for leading the way on this, for really, really proactively going after these guys, and for blocking that bad product being sold. And the fact that you're destroying it and not letting it go back into the supply chain for somebody else to get screwed later on is incredible. It's absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jegs, thank you guys so much. You know I love you. You know I shop with you guys every other day. The fact that you guys jumped on this as well, even though it didn't directly influence you, and the fact that you have done what you've done and removed all this Speedmaster stuff off of your shelves is freaking fantastic. I tried calling the Jeg store a little bit ago. The phone is just ringing off the hook. I imagine they're getting quite a few calls about things. A major experience. I don't know that I can recall any kind of a vendor yanked completely off of their shelves of both those guys at the same time. As far as I know, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. But maybe it's a turning point. You know, maybe it's a thing where the industry goes, you know what? Instead of just buying the cheapest crap that we can get that's made in China, that's a knockoff of somebody in America's hard work and dedication and R&D, and maybe we buy better product. Yeah, that's going to make racing more expensive. It's going to make building stuff a little bit more expensive if you're not buying cheap Chinese knockoff crap. But in the end of the day, you're supporting an American business. You're supporting somebody who's put the hard work and love and dedication into growing their business and their products. And that's a good thing. Maybe we don't get to build as many cheap race cars as we used to. Maybe this is just a flash in the pan. It's not going to make a major impact on the industry. Hope not. I look forward to supporting a lot of major businesses that I talk to that do a lot of their R&D work, that do a lot of their own production work, that they employ Americans to do American stuff and build products here in America. And I think that's a big thing that we need to really truly focus on. Maybe this will be a wake-up call. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Also, major thank you to all of you guys. This channel is officially 1 week old, and we are at 171 subscribers, which is awesome. We're also a quarter of the way to getting this channel monetized already, which is insane on watch hours. So major thank you to all of you guys who have watched it. I could not imagine the fact that I am here at this point in time, that we've gotten to this point already. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you all so much for that. Get on with your work day. Have a great one. It's Friday, so hopefully you guys have got a great weekend ahead of you. I'm going to be working on this thing. I got to get it in the shop and get the engine and transmission pulled out, and then tear it down, and then, yeah, I got a whole build on this thing that I got to get done. I did have a mention earlier today about whether or not this car is going on Power Tour this year. That's a huge ask, because that means I need to have the car done and ready to run 1,200 or so miles by mid-June, and I don't think I can do that, but I am going to work my little bearded tail off and see what I can do. If I can get it done for Power Tour, yeah, maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Hey, thanks for being here. I really appreciate the support. Again, major kudos to everybody. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.